Sunshines, welcome back and thanks for popping in. I am so glad you're here. Today's video is going to feel a little bit different because I'm going to share some things that are from my heart. I have made some decisions or short-term life decisions, and look, some of them are going to resonate with you and some of them may not, but at the heart of it is I feel like this community is really a big group of friends. You've gotten to know me over the years from the channel. I've gotten to know so many of you who comment here on the YouTube channel. We've gotten to know each other on lives, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. And when you have something going on, you share it with your friends. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to kind of rewind a little bit. 7 years ago when I started my YouTube channel, I had a preteen and a teenager. And those of you who have been in the depths, in the trenches of raising kids, you know it can be a really, really hectic time. I've always been a person who is busy, but not a person who is busy for the sake of being busy. But if my community needed me or my kids or my husband, I'm always willing to dive in. I ran Emma's little Girl Scout troop. I took those little girls in the middle of the woods and we camped and we learned how to build a fire, and I traveled with Dawson on his travel hockey team, took Emma to New York and all the places that she went for her acting. I volunteered at the kids' school in their library. I helped coach a special needs cheer team, ran the nursery of my church, volunteered one day a week at an after-school program for high schoolers. And I don't say that to be like, look what I did. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just like you, I have been busy for a long, long time. Then 6 months ago, I made a very rash decision. I jump in with both feet. That's just kind of who I am. I went to a store. I had a picture on Pinterest. I'm like, can you help me figure this out? How to recreate this? And I started talking to the employees. We were laughing because I make friends wherever I go. I was like, this looks like such a fun place to work. I shared my background. They were like, do you want a job? I interviewed the next day, got the job. And 3 days later, I was on the schedule the week before Thanksgiving. That was not a well thought out plan. Now, ever since then, I felt like my footing has not been on solid ground. I feel like I'm not doing anything well. I know this is common in women. I think we hold ourselves to high standards, but I didn't feel like I was wifing, mothering, cooking, cleaning, YouTubing, any of the things well. And I was very frustrated about it. So it got to the point that things that I love to do every day just did not bring me joy anymore. I love my little part-time job, and it would be time to go and I'd be like, I don't want to go. I was like Eeyore. I would think I have to film a video today and just be like, I don't want to have to film a video today. I love YouTube. I mean, I get to open subscription boxes for my job. I love it. I have to cook dinner. We've all been there before of things that we don't want to do, but I was getting more, like I said, I don't know if resentful is the right word, but resentful of the things that I had to do. And in the back of my head were all these things that I wanted to do that I've put off. I want to walk out of my backyard and go swim in my pool or read a book. And in past years, I haven't enjoyed it because I would give myself this huge list and say, you have to complete this list. And when you've completed it, then you can enjoy yourself. The list was just impossible to do, so I would never do the things that brought me joy. Lately, I've been going down the crafting rabbit hole. I have the crafting bug so bad, but I haven't pulled the trigger because I haven't had time once the supplies come in to sit down and do the things that I wanted to do. Now, when Dawson called me, this was kind of my light bulb moment. He called me the day he took his last final, and he's like, I'm done with high school. And at that moment, I did this big exhale of a breath that I probably started holding when my firstborn Emma was born. Did you guys ever have that feeling? It was like this weight lifted off of me. Not that once a kid graduates, you don't still parent. Your parenting journey is always going to go on, but it changes a little bit. And I made the decision then that I just wanted to have a slow summer. I'm going to explain a little bit about what that entails, but I want to do more of what I want to do in balance with the things that I need to do. Now, the first week that I kind of implemented this, I felt like that thing at the car dealership, you know, that blows up and it's like floating in the wind, because I went in willy-nilly and I didn't know what I was doing or how I should feel, or should I be doing this? Is it okay not to do that? It felt really, really weird. And I very quickly realized then I need to plan. Slow summer and plan, I kind of had to work out in my head that they can go together. And what's interesting is Erin Condren had reached out to me before I made this decision and asked if I would show some items from their new launch. And I said yes. Then when they came in and I had made this decision, I'm like, this is perfect to make a plan for slow summer, to set my intentions, to set my non-negotiables, and really to make them happen. So I'm going to share a little bit about what's in this Erin Condren box and their new launch, and then I'm going to tell you what those intentions and non-negotiables are for the summer. So let's go ahead and get into this box. First of all, the fact that I get to work with Erin Condren is huge. Y'all know it's one of my favorite companies. I use their life planner every single week, but they have a new monthly planner that just launched, and it is so cool. This also came at a perfect time for me because as I was busy all those years and had so many things on my calendar, the Erin Condren Life Planner fit my life perfectly. I needed lots of room to plan. As my life has shrunk just a little bit, if kids have graduated and moved on with their lives, have needed me less, as I've had less appointments and things, I'm like, do I really need this big life planner? I tried other planners and didn't like it. I always came back to Erin Condren, but this one actually may be what I'm looking for. It's their newly monthly planner, and it's the same size. Well, actually you can get it in two sizes. This is a 7x9, is that right? Which is the My Life Planner size, or you can get it in 8.5x11, so a little bit bigger mama jama. And then you can customize it. So you can customize just like the Life Planner, the cover. They chose this wildflower print for me, and honestly, I love it so much. So you get to pick the cover that you want. You get to pick the coil. Now what's interesting was I probably would have never chose this like multicolor coil, but I think it's so pretty with this. This one's actually an extra $10 if you get it, but they have a platinum, which is free, and then gold, rose gold, and the multicolor. You can customize it with your name. They customized mine that says Plan for Success. It doesn't cost anything extra to customize your Erin Condren. They also sent me over another cover that I'm kind of gaga for. It's a vegan leather cover. And that's what's so great. They probably have 25 or 30 different colors and covers that you can choose from, and they all just snap in and out, so they're easy. This one is like a green, and it feels so nice. It is that kind of vegan leather. It's beautiful. It's like really, really buttery soft. They have this one, I can't remember if they call it lilac or lavender. It starts with an L, and it's that like beautiful lavender lilac color that's really pretty. They can personalize this one too. But what's different about this one versus the Life Planner is the Life Planner will have a monthly spread, and then it gives you a spread for each and every week. And this one doesn't have the weeklies. So you get a lot more paper to kind of plan if you're doing projects or you need more of a month at a glance. This one's going to be for you. It's also not as thick, which I really like too, because the Life Planner is it's a big mammer jammer. It really is. You can add extra lined pages to the back of this. It comes with an extra 40 lined pages if you want. That is, again, an additional $10, just FYI. So lots of different customizations. It also comes with a pocket in the back, which is really fun. This is great if you like to decorate your planner with stickers, or you have appointment cards or note cards of things that you need to get back to people, like, hello, I'm 50 and my doctor just informed me I have to have a colonoscopy, so I need to put the doctor's name in here so I can remember to make that appointment. And then at the back, there are all of these, I think 2 pages of really fun stickers that you can use. Now inside, you can customize it in 2 different ways. They have one, what did they call it? The Inspire. And then I got the Wildflowers, which I think are beautiful and probably the one that I would do. They match my cover, and at the beginning of each month you have like this title page with just a little word of encouragement. You already have what it takes. In December it says, let yourself be perfectly imperfect. I love that. We all need to remember that, right? That we don't always have to be perfect. Or if you don't want to do the wildflowers, they have something on the inside called Inspire. It kind of looks like little watercolor brush strokes throughout your planner, which is really pretty too. You can go over there and they kind of show you what each of them look like. But I'll give you kind of a look at this. Now you can get it to start of July of 2023 August of 2023, I think September of 2023, yes, or January of 2024. So if you're looking at, starting the summer off right, maybe you're a teacher or and you want it to start in August. I know here in Georgia, we start school in the first week of August, or you want to start at the beginning of summer in January or September, or you want to wait till, whenever. You can start your planner in different months, which I think is great. So the first page just says monthly planner. Both of the inside covers have dry erase on them. So here's the inside cover here, and they do have dry erase markers that you can use on here. So if you just need to plan and then erase, you're able to do that. So let's start. Mine starts in July. When you first open it up, there's kind of the year in review with all of the dates. And then there is, looks like one piece of lined paper here. Oh, this is cool. Have enough coverage to start and enough heart to finish. So you can kind of do your plans for the year. Kind of set your intentions here if you wanted. And then it starts with July. So you've got that pretty cover. Are those daisies? I would assume, but maybe not. Aren't they beautiful? And then you're going to start, like I said, with your month at a glance. So you've got it's already pre-dated, and you can just kind of put all of your months on here. I'm a big believer in writing down even the silly little things. After my grandmother died, she always kept calendars. She always used the ones that were free from the Hallmark store. I don't even know if they make those anymore. But in there would be things like my mom's wedding dress fitting, like all kinds of just appointments she had and things over the years, like 50 years of them. And they were almost like a diary. They feel really cool because they were in her handwriting, and it was just a little piece of her history that was really cool. And so I just think having something like this and keeping it is really cool. So there's your month sort of at a glance, and then you have goals, important dates, and important projects. So this would be something where I would set my goals, slow summer, and what does that mean? What am I doing that I can make sure that I'm hitting my slow summer goals? And then I think you have something like 10 sheets of paper behind this. So you can put everything that you need. At the beginning of the school, you might be the room mom or the hockey mom, or you need to write down the conference with your kid's teacher or whatever. You've got it all written down here in one place. So I think this is absolutely beautiful. And I love the fact that you can customize the cover, the coil, and everything. And I don't know, I'm going to play with this one for a little while. I always go back and forth with a life planner, but I really like the idea of just having a monthly one that's a little bit thinner. So I'll let you know what I think about that. I'm really excited for it. I feel like the monthly calendar could be all and I would be happy, but they didn't stop there, y'all. I have shopped and watched Erin Condren launch things over the years, and I feel like this launch is the most Christy one they've ever done. If you like the things that I do, I think you're gonna really like this. I'm gonna link everything I'm talking about down below, but you can also go all the way up to the first comment under this video, and the links will be there too. So the next thing that they brought out is their pens. I love that they did an advent calendar last year of pens. I think I opened it all in one day around the 24th of December. Chef's kiss, y'all. If you're a pen snob, Erin Condren does it well. And these are specifically made for list makers. If you are a girl that likes pen and paper lists like I am, these are going to be for you. They're double-sided. Look at the colors. It's like Skittles, taste the rainbow. Aren't they so pretty? So one side is a fine tip. You can kind of see here, and their fine tips are very fine. And then the other side are like either check boxes or check marks. So there's 3 little check boxes in colors and 3 little check marks. So as you're making a to-do list, you can do a little check box and put each item that you have to do today next to the checkbox. And then when you're done, and I'm so cheesy like this because the best part of making a list is checking it off, you can take your little pen and check it off in the box to let you know that you were done. Shut the front door. I mean, that's amazing. So these particular markers are $16.50. They also did these multicolored squares. Now, you got a ton in here. I don't know if it says 900 stickers. There's 3 pages in here, I believe. There's a colorful, there's a pastel, and there is a metallic. And what's cool about the metallic is there's like a rose gold, a silver, a gold, and then kind of a sticker that looks like this, like that chromy rainbow look, which is really pretty. Again, you can use these for bullets if you're doing a bullet journal, or if you have an appointment. Maybe you do each color as a member of your family, or if you're a color-coded girl, you can do that, or you can just do it based on, you know, the color that you're doing the month, or however really you want to use them. But you can put a dot there and then write out your to-do list or your appointment or whatever you want to do. So cute. So these little guys are $7.50. The next thing they brought out makes me real happy. It is a big old sticky note. I mean, I think page flags are nice, and those little tiny decorated sticky notes, they're just annoying to me because I do not have micro mini writing. I kind of write big, and I can never get what I need to say in those little tiny post-it notes. Maybe the square ones are okay, but I like this one because it's a whole list. It says status, important dates, and next steps. I love the colors. It's all bright and really happy. So you can take this whole sheet out, put it, you know, on the front if you wanted of your monthly planner for the day. You can put it at the beginning of your month, wherever you want to put it, and then it just comes off once you're done. So any projects that you're working on, if you're even like packing for vacation, this can be your like packing list as you're trying to go to bed and you're remembering, I got to pack the chargers, I still have stuff for the laundry, I got to get out and pack, stuff like that. You can use this for a lot of different things. So that particular post-it note was $6.50. Now this is really cool. This is a desk pad, and it's made specifically for projects. So if you have a kid going into high school, even middle school, college, somebody entering the workforce that's going to have a job where they have to juggle lots of projects, this is really cool too. And this is $14.50. So it says my projects on the top, and then it says status, important dates, next steps, and what I'm focusing on. So you can actually work through 3 different projects at a time. You know, you could work through this month's projects and then turn the page and work on next month's projects, peel it off and throw it away as you're done. There's a little check mark box here with a to-do list, which is nice, and then a place for blanks for whatever you need. So I thought that was really interesting. Last thing that I want to share with you is something that I truly use every single day. I took the cellophane off of it just so I could share it with you just a little bit more. It's a big old desk pad. I use this in my office. As a matter of fact, if you go to my office right now, my desk pad is on the floor with markers all around it because at the beginning of June, I was writing like all my hot button items. And that's how I use this calendar. If somebody's got a birthday, if I have a conference call at 10 o'clock, if I have to send a video to a brand for them to approve before it goes up, or I have a date that a box has to go up, these are like the items where I'm like, oh crud, when do I have that done? I can just run in my office and glance at it really quickly. If you are not on the desk pad game, trust me, they are life changers. And I like how big the boxes are. There's room to write some notes if you want to do like, you know, your meal plans or something like that. Now, this is just the top portion of it. It's going to tell you that this actually starts in August of 2023, and each of the titles are color coded for the month, and they are metallic. I don't know. Can you tell? Oh, that's so fun. So it's going to start in August of 2023, which I think is great. I don't make the rules, you guys, so don't come for me. But in my world, fall starts August 1st. That's just when it happens. And so that's when my life starts ramping up. So I like that this one starts kind of at that time. And then I just noticed this. I didn't know about it. Y'all, this has got stickers in the back. So all of these are ways that you can customize each of your pages. It's got like November 2023, National Adoption Month. It's got like special days in the month, which is really cool. And then you've got all your metallic stickers, and they're all going to be color coordinated by month. So you can mix them up, or you can use the color, like what was August. It was that pretty kind of blue. Hold on. Don't break my list pad now right here before I start using it. So you can grab, you know, the pretty blue that goes with the color of August if you want, and use that. Really, really great. I love the desk pad game. All right, so those were all of my items from Erin Condren. I'm so excited I got to work with them, you guys. That was really, really special. Again, if you want to check out any of the items, I will leave the link down below. I will also have it pinned to the very first comment under this video. Now let's go ahead and talk about how I'm going to use my monthly calendar to keep me intentional in my summer goals. So the first thing that I want to talk about is I want to eat the rainbow this summer. I've started intermittent fasting. Another thing that was happening back in February and March is I just wasn't feeling well. I have been to the doctor. I've been to every single doctor. I just got my shingle shot today. Just making sure everything's in line. My blood work is good. Everything is good. My hormones are good. Everything. And I just didn't feel good. And I think it really had to do with like mentally just being tired, just not taking a break over all of those years. And so I started intermittent fasting. I did it a couple of years ago, and y'all, I hated it. I don't like the word hate, but I hated it. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but I started intermittent fasting and I love it. And I've not felt better in my whole entire life other than migraines. I kind of started this whole like healthy journey to try and minimize my migraines. That's a story for another day. But I feel really good. And in the summer, the fruits are so flavorful and juicy. I love pineapple and papaya and watermelon, all that yummy fruit. And then the vegetables are just so beautiful. It's really easy to just throw some vegetables on the grill when you add that little grill smoke and char to them. Oh, they taste so good. So what my first commitment is to eat the rainbow this summer. I keep saying I want to go to the farmer's market. The past 2 Saturdays I've had to work, but I'm hoping the next week I won't. I don't work every weekend, and I just want to go and walk the farmer's market and buy locally farm fresh produce. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to move my body. So that's my next step after I've gotten intermittent fasting down is I do walk, but not as consistently as I would like to. I really like to be outside and working out, but there gets to be a point about mid-June to like September where it's just blue blazing hot, even in the morning. I still will probably walk in the morning or at night. I just like hearing the birds chirp, but I've decided that I'm going to sign up for a class. Matter of fact, after this video, I'm going to take a little tour of a class. I think I'm going to try Pilates, and I just want to move my body a little bit more. Look, I'm at an age, well, I mean, I think you should move your body at any time, but I'm at an age where I feel like I'm starting to slow down a little bit, and I'm not quite ready for that. So move your body. The next one is meal plan and prep. This one has been just dogging me. Bless my husband's heart. He likes to cook, and he will step up and cook, but so many times I've just dropped the ball and we end up having sandwiches for dinner. Now, honestly, in the grand scheme of life, that's not that big of a deal, but I do feel like I could put some things in the crock pot. I could plan my meals. I used to be really good about it. It's really game changing when you sit there and you make sure that you've got a meal plan and all the groceries that you need to make them happen. Even if you're on a budget, you can definitely meal plan and make sure you have what you need on hand so you're not like in the middle of cooking or throwing something together and then you realize halfway through you don't have the ingredient or whatever. I don't know. That has been a big stumbling block for me. Also, because I'm trying to eat, excuse me, a little bit healthier, it's really, really important that I'm planning out my meals, because if I don't have what I need healthy, I'm a fast food girly. I love some fast food. I will just run up to the Chick-fil-A, y'all. And that's okay every once in a while. I'm eating kind of whatever I want, just a little bit more on the healthy side. So working on meal prep. I also think that I'm going to go ahead and meal prep for my whole fall, like fall leading all the way up through Christmas. I think I'm going to go ahead and meal prep. That sounds like a big deal, but honestly, you could probably plan a month's worth of meals. Not that you can't mix and match and have, several meals over the same month. You can have spaghetti or tacos or something, you know what I'm saying, each week if you even wanted. But I think you can take that and just replicate month after month and be good to go. I also have so many new recipes on Pinterest that I've pinned. I found this like sweet onion dressing that's on this salad that I get at Sprouts that I cannot, I want to lick the bowl when I'm done with it. So there's so many recipes that I want to try, and that kind of goes back to meal planning and tasting the rainbow. I want to give some of those recipes a go, because you know how you get in a rut and kind of cook the same things. It's nice to have a little mix up. So That was one of the things. The next one is to utilize my pool more. I'm determined that I'm going to do that. I don't work for 4 days, although I'm working in YouTube. I just made my part-time job. And so at least one of the days I want to go out there for a couple hours and just read my book or float around and enjoy. It's back there to be used, and it needs to be used. And sometimes I'll say, oh, I don't want to go swim because I don't want to get my hair wet. That is lame. That is lame. I'm just going to get my hair wet, okay? All right, the next one is, I alluded to this, I think in the beginning of the video, I have been going down the crafting rabbit hole. There's several paper crafts that I want to do. I'm not going to share one of them with you because I have a subscription box that I found. I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm going to share it with you. But I thought maybe it might be fun. Y'all can tell me what you think about this, to do what the crafters call a whip and chat. And whip means work in progress. So whether you're quilting or crocheting or paper crafting or diamond painting, y'all, I've been diamond painting. I got some questions about that because I can't get my little diamond string. But that's okay. This is my beginner starter one, so I'll figure it out. But I thought it might be fun to just do a live where everybody comes, and whatever you're working on, we just work on it together and we chat and we just hang out. That's something you all want to do? I think that would be so fun. So I'm going to craft more. This next one is kind of a big deal to me. I want to date my husband more. Now, I haven't shared this with him. My husband's a little bit of an absent-minded professor, and he is very frugal, that man. So a lot of times he's like, oh, I don't want to go spend the money. I'm going to plan some dates. Okay, they're just going to be planned. If you have any ideas for inexpensive date nights, let me know. I know Groupon has a lot of fun activities. Like, I think I saw one of those like axe throwing places in one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I said one date night a week. I think that might be a little bit much. That might be like sending him over the edge. Not that he doesn't like me or anything, but anyway, I want to date my husband more this summer. So I saw in Atlanta, they can do this thing. I don't remember if they provide the food or if you bring a picnic basket, but you go all over the city and they have this like scavenger hunt. That would be so fun. Anyway, I just want to get some fun dates under our belt. All my kids are home this summer, so I definitely want to schedule some family time. I want to read. Now, this one, I don't know if it's a step too far. I want to try and read a book a week. I posted over my Instagram. I might have posted it over here too. I'm not sure. My to be read pile, and it is out of control. And I'm not going to be fast and furious if I don't read a book a week, but maybe if I can read more like 3 a month, that would be great. That's one of those things where I can just grab my book or my Kindle, sit in my pool float and float around the pool and just read. I love that. Get outside. That has to do with my walking and with being, maybe at the pool or whatever. I just feel better when I'm outside. There's something about hearing the birds and the bees and seeing the flowers and everything that's growing in nature that will just kind of boost your mood, I started a Bible study and then I kind of have left it. I didn't mean to. I still want to get back to it. It's Lisa Harper's Bible study on the book of Luke, and I need to dive back into that. So that's going to be a big one for me. This sounds like a lot, but honestly, it's really not. The last thing is YouTube, and YouTube is just going to be no schedule. Okay. I used to have, like, years and years ago, I was filming 7 days a week, 2 videos a day. Then I went to every day. Then I went to 5 days a week. And since I started this job, I'm lucky to get 4 videos out. And I feel, again, like I'm letting you guys down. And so for this summer, I'm just going to say no schedule. I'm a little bit behind because I took 2 weeks off in May. So for the next week or so, there should be videos coming pretty hot and heavy. But if you don't see me for 3 or 4 days, don't worry. I'm here. I'm just taking a breather. I'm doing my fun summer slow activities. So just know that if you don't see me for a little while, I'm here. I'm coming back. I just want to work with companies and boxes who are loyal to me, who bring me joy, who I'm excited to open. And then I will be back probably the 4th week of July. Again, don't come for the messenger. That really starts in YouTube fall. And I already have content planned for that week. So I plan to come back pretty hot and heavy the last week of July, and being back on a routine from February and March. I was so frustrated and overwhelmed and tired, and I felt like I was letting everyone down, including myself. I want to tap into my creative side and the things that bring me joy while I'm finding balance for the things that need to be done. I also want to set myself up for success starting in August and going all the way through the end of the year. So I think what I will do with this big post-it pad is just meal plan every week from August to the week after Christmas, the last week of the year. And I can just take those 4 post-its for every month and just put them at the beginning of the month on the month page, like right here. And that way I'm ready to go. Maybe it's that I buy a Christmas present once a month for someone in my family. And that way that's one more thing off my list going into fall and winter. I just don't want to go back to February, March, Christy. I want to enjoy myself. And so those are kind of my intentions. Lord, have a big old mercy. Because this feels very, very strange to me to slow down. Have you ever had a reset where you've done something like this before? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, but don't forget to check out everything in the Erin Condren launch. I'll have the link down below, and I will see you soon for another video, guys. Bye-bye.